Commander Alex Reed stared at the holographic projection of the fleet. Hundreds of alien vessels surrounded Earth's last defensive line, a meager 37 ships. Intelligence estimated the enemy had lost over 2,000 vessels already. Still they came. "They don't learn, do they?" Lieutenant Thompson said, her voice soft but steady. "No," Alex replied. "They don't understand us at all." 5 years earlier, humanity had made first contact with the Collective, an alliance of 17 spacefaring species that controlled most of the Orion Arm. They had welcomed humans with apparent friendship, offering technology and knowledge. What they didn't offer was a seat at their table. Humans were to be a client species, protected, guided, but never equals. When humanity's representatives refused these terms, the Collective revealed their true nature. They had never encountered a species that rejected their generous offer. They couldn't comprehend the human drive for self-determination. The first attack came without warning, 3 billion dead in 12 hours. What the Collective failed to understand was that humans had spent their entire evolutionary history fighting, against nature, against each other, against extinction. War wasn't alien to them. It was woven into their DNA. "All stations report ready, Commander," Thompson announced. Alex nodded. "Initiate Operation Prometheus." Across the solar system, seemingly dormant installations hummed to life. The Collective had destroyed Earth's major cities, military bases, and industrial centers in the first wave, never realizing that humans had been preparing for extinction-level events since the Cold War. Deep underground bunkers, facilities carved into asteroids, lunar bases hidden beneath regolith. For generations, paranoia had driven humanity to create contingencies for the worst-case scenarios. Now, that paranoia would save them. Receiving confirmation, Thompson said. All Prometheus nodes activated. The remaining human ships began to retreat, drawing the Collective fleet deeper into the solar system. The aliens, sensing victory, pursued eagerly. They didn't notice the subtle gravitational anomalies beginning to form around them. On a captured Collective ship months earlier, human scientists had discovered something remarkable about the aliens' faster-than-light technology. It created microscopic, temporary tears in spacetime, harmless in small numbers, but thousands concentrated in a small area. The first Collective flagship imploded as spacetime itself collapsed around it. The effect cascaded through their formation, ships crumpling like paper in an invisible fist. The human vessels, running on modified engines that operated on different principles, watched as the trap sprung. Within minutes, the mighty Collective armada was reduced to scattered debris. But this wasn't the end. This was barely the beginning. The remaining human ships jumped to predetermined coordinates throughout Collective space. Each carried the plans for Prometheus technology, along with elite teams of soldiers and scientists. "We're receiving transmissions from all strike teams," Thompson reported. "Operation Wildfire is commencing." Alex nodded grimly. Wildfire was the counterattack. Surgical strikes against Collective leadership combined with a message broadcast on all frequencies in all known languages. "You came to our home. You slaughtered our people. You thought us weak. You were wrong. We offered peace. You chose war. Now you will learn why humanity survived its own violent history. We are not just survivors. We are the descendants of those who committed atrocities and those who stopped them. We understand brutality and mercy in ways you cannot comprehend. Stand down or be removed from existence." Most Collective worlds surrendered immediately. They had never encountered a species that could turn their own technology against them so effectively. Those who resisted faced the full force of humanity's terrible creativity. Within 6 months, the 17 species Collective had fractured. Humanity, with barely a fraction of their numbers, had defeated a galactic superpower. In the aftermath, representatives from former Collective worlds arrived at the hastily rebuilt United Nations in Geneva. They came not as conquerors or patrons, but as supplicants. Admiral Reed, promoted after the final battle, watched as alien diplomats filed into the chamber. They moved with the careful precision of prey animals in the presence of a predator. "They fear us," President Martinez said quietly, standing beside Reed at the observation window. Code Beep replied, Fear will keep them honest. And what keeps us honest, Admiral? Now that we've become the most feared species in gnome space. Reed was silent for a long moment. The 3 billion we lost, the memory of what we had to become to survive. He turned to face the president. We didn't start this war, but we finished it. Now we have to be better than our enemies were. Better than our instincts might lead us to be. The president nodded slowly. The peace treaty includes provisions for a new interstellar council. Equal representation for all species, including the former collective members. And humans. We'll have a seat, the same as everyone else, no special privileges. Reed smiled faintly. That's all we ever wanted. Below them, the session was called to order. The Treaty of Geneva would establish a new order in the galaxy, one built on mutual respect rather than dominance. Humanity would help rebuild what had been destroyed, share technology, and establish new protocols for first contact with emerging civilizations. The species that had nearly been exterminated would ensure no others suffered the same fate. Throughout the galaxy, the story spread of the humans, the species that defeated the undefeatable collective, not through overwhelming numbers or superior technology, but through adaptability, determination, and a willingness to fight beyond all reasonable limits. They became known as the Protectors, respected, valued allies to peaceful worlds, and an existential threat to any who sought conquest. In the end, the war that made humanity the most feared species in the universe also made them its most necessary guardians.